This past fall, when I was on tour with my band, I visited every gaming and hobby shop I could find. And when they let me, I filmed it. There are so many amazing independently owned shops all across America, and I want the rest of the world to see them. They each have their own personality and serve their local community in their own unique way. Unfortunately, due to current events, none of them are open right now for you to walk into. But at the end of this episode, we'll show you how you can support each one. Hopefully one day soon you can enjoy them in person, but at least for now you can enjoy them virtually. Welcome to On Tour with Dragons. In this episode, we'll be visiting Asgard Games in Houston, Texas, which is a multi-generational family-owned store. I love to hear stories about successful family businesses, especially in this day and age. I sat down with the current owner of the store, whose father was one of the founders of White Wolf Games. Gaming is in his blood. I also got into an old-school D&D discussion with one of the community leaders of the gaming group there. Right now, they're still going strong, offering curbside pickup to gamers in the Houston area. At the end of this episode, we'll show you how you can support Asgard Games or a store that's local to you. My name is Jason Charles Miller. I've performed in front of audiences all over the world and collaborated with some of music's biggest stars. I've also been the voice of hundreds of characters in video games and cartoons. But before I did any of that, I played Dungeons & Dragons. While I travel across the country playing music, I'm stopping by some of the most epic gaming shops I can find and asking people what D&D means to them. This is On Tour with Dragons. Houston, Texas. What's the first thing that just popped into your head? Oil? The Astros? Maybe NASA? What about Asgard? Home of Odin, Thor, and Valhalla itself. And one hell of a gaming shop. Let's go check it out. Okay, I'm here with Galen Wick, owner of Asgard Games here in Houston, Texas. Galen, this place is great. And I see you're expanding more. We're actually in a room that is gonna open.
This wall is gonna be coming down.
Tell me a little bit about the store and the history. There's quite a history about the store.
Well, it was initially owned by a guy named Wolfgang. He did a bunch of War Machine, War Mahorn stuff. He went to Gen Cons, he won trophies for it, and got a little bit of a miniature following from that. And then he sold the store to my dad, Stuart Wick, who started White Wolf back when he was in high school. And
it's a pretty cool thing to start in high school.
Yeah.
Which game did he invent first, by the way?
It would probably be Ars Magica. That was way back, but then he did, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf, and all that in the 90s and 80s. Yeah, I came back once and he was like, hey, I bought this game store. Excuse me. And so, here we are now, and now I've been running it since he's passed.
Keeping the family tradition alive.
Indeed, yeah.
What inspired you to start playing role-playing games?
Oh, well, I grew up with the Vampire the Masquerade, those werewolf books, and then eventually I was like, what actually is this book? Well, it's a game. I'm like, okay. Don't really understand that, but I'll follow you.
You guys have been organized to play here every week?
Indeed. So we have a meetup, which we have, I think, as of this morning, 822 members, and that's pretty much only D&D.
What if they all showed up at the same time?
Hopefully we'll be able to find some space for them, set up some tables in the parking lot, and give them some water.
Yeah.
Let them play.
Yeah. And thanks so much for letting us in and showing us the place. It's really great.
Nerds, they all get along for the most part.
We do, yeah.
So that drops one of my spell slots for the day.
Right.
So I'm here with Warren Denny, and you're one of the DMs here, one of the sort of the community leaders of D&D here.
Yeah. I don't know if community leader, but yeah, I play a lot of D&D.
Yeah. I saw you explaining basic D&D to a new group of players. I love that, like showing people the old versions of the game and how it's evolved and how things have changed so much. What's your inspiration for that?
I really just think it is quite rules light. You roll up characters and you go. That low HP really starts making people think about how many fights they want to get into.
Clerics don't even get spells till the second level.
Exactly.
You're either good, neutral, or evil. That's it.
Exactly.
No, actually, isn't it lawful?
So lawful, chaotic, or neutral.
Lawful, chaotic, or neutral. So there's no good or evil. Really, you can
Exactly.
choose to be whatever you want. That's right.
So I think it's really demonstrating to people that these older editions of D&D were not insane. You know, they have their own sort of logic, but they are a sort of rules-light system, and they allow for a sort of a different type of creativity than what we see, I think, in a more character-driven edition like 5e. And then, of course, with the resurgence of Stranger Things, people really get a kick out of like holding in their hands the old BX modules and seeing how they're packaged and kind of seeing that as a sort of artifact, you know, as a history of gaming.
Can you tell me like one of your favorite moments of either playing as a player or as a DM?
I think as a player, it would happen to be when my 7th level fighter ended up becoming a thrall of Strahd von Zarovich in the 2E Ravenloft campaign. You had to get bit 3 times, and he was on his 3rd time. So then the rest of the campaign, my character had to try to interfere with Strahd's plans without letting him know what was going on, because then Strahd could just automatically take it to the character and do what it wanted. So,
and I love that campaign.
Yeah.
Are there things about D&D that you feel could apply to your own life in the outside world?
The best things I've gotten out of D&D is, one, learning how to talk to a wide variety of different people and help guide them through what can be sort of a complex experience, you know, learning all the rules and learning kind of how you should do things. But also sort of public speaking skills. I think that if you enjoy public speaking, you enjoy meeting people, of course, being a DM, you get to be the entire cast of characters.
Right.
But if you're kind of a shy person, I think it's a great experience for people because there is kind of an order to the social aspect of the table. And I really think it can help people find their voice. It can be very scary, but I think if people give it a chance, it can really help them kind of come out.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better. Warren, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Well, we got to hit the road to the next town. Apparently it's my turn to drive. I'm not sure how that happened. But I'm glad I could share Asgard Games with you. It's a great example of a family-run store now spanning through several generations. And we'll see you next time on Tour with Dragons. To support Asgard Games, check out the links on screen and below. Many game stores across the country are offering curbside pickup or online orders. If you don't live near Houston and want to find a local gaming shop near you, check out the Wizards Play Network store locator below and ask how you can offer your support.